Okay folks, it's Adge here, part 3 of the Gone with the Headwind scenario. In part 2, in episode 2 I should say, we'd finished our initial objectives, got issued our next set of objectives, which were to grow Louisville to 80,000, deliver 40 loads of jewellery to Louisville, and achieve a quarterly profit of $2 million. We've achieved the profits. Now it's a matter of growing Louisville, which is growing, and shipping the jewellery, which we are producing. So one thing we can do to expedite this is increase the size of our gold mine. We bought this gold mine in episode 2, so that's ours, so we can, do what we want with it. So by increasing its size, increasing the size of this station, these trains should start to load up that little bit quicker.
Oh, where's the fun without a bit of cheating, huh?
We can't quite expand our goldsmith business just yet, but when we hit 1 million we will be able to. There we go, so that's doubled the output of jewellery. But it seems the bottleneck really is the coal and the gold. So what I'm tempted to do, and I've just done, is issue a bond to raise the capital in order to expand this mine even further. There we go, so using that one bond we managed to expand it from level 2 to level 4. That gives us a much better output. That also means the trains get loaded that little bit quicker. Obviously, it goes without saying, the quicker they're loaded, the quicker they're here being unloaded. The quicker that's happening, the quicker the jewellery's getting produced. And that, of course, the quicker that's happening, the quicker these trains are shipping it, like so. And now Louisville has stopped growing, but we have jumped to almost 67,000. Target is 80,000 by the end of next year. So if we can have another big jump in growth like that again, we should be more than okay here. Now we're bringing lots of mixed goods into Louisville. That's obviously what's kick-starting its growth. We have a decent supply of raw materials coming into the warehouse as well, from the various industries in the nearby locations. So there's the jewellery loads completed. So now it is just a case of getting Louisville expanded as quickly as we can. Okay, I didn't think we'd be able to, but I thought it was worth a try. And the reason I think it's worth a try is because I have a feeling that the last objective is going to be to buy her company as a show of devotion or whatever. Okay, there's little else right now that I need from this side. So it is going to be a case now of focusing on the trains and locomotives. So still hovering around 67,000. That to me says we could do with more goods being brought into the warehouse. So let's go ahead and double a lot of the supply trains that we have. I'm going to go ahead and get that mediator. and I hopefully will need her for the next set of objectives. Because I get the feeling we're going to have to buy another industry too. Or, place down another industry. And I imagine it's going to be that weird dressmakers that had the chemicals with it as well. But we'll see. Right. Beer. Where can I bring you in some beer from? Charlotte? Charlotte's not a bad shout. It's a bit of a trek, but nothing. We're doing it. Now it's going to be expensive because of this terrain here, but that's okay. We've just about reached that point in the campaign where the money isn't an issue anymore. So let's go ahead and hook Charlotte up. And then get a load of trains bringing some beer in. That should be a big help to, kicking the growth up. Let's get this wheat in as well. So I want 8 cars. And we'll have 3 trains. And then we shall run from Charlotte to Louisville, prioritising the beer. And we just want a load of trains on here. That's 10, I believe. So we've had a little bit of extra growth, but not much.
Did you bring your big wallet with you? Congratulations. You've bought a, thing?
Okay. So we've got plenty of stuff in the warehouse. Plenty of stuff. The trains are all taking a decent mixture of stuff back with them. Let's see if we can get away with 2 other trains. Or let's see if that's going to cause all sorts of dramas. So that's 72,000. Still got another 9 months to hit 80. That's 74. Keep up at this pace, we're going to be done very quickly. But of course the trick is keep it up at this pace. Okay, now we've hit a problem here. You cannot leave because of you. Okay. Now you can.
Oh, where's the fun without a bit of cheating, huh?
Okay, crisis averted. So crisis averted. Okay, we've got some trouble here. Okay, that should relieve that one. So Louisville is still growing. In fact, there we go. Connect 10 cities, each with a population of 60,000.
Did you bring your big wallet with you?
Well, we've got 5 already. St. Louis, was it 60,000? So, okay. Let's go ahead and make a start on that. We'll start with Indianapolis.
Two stations in one city are definitely not going to compete with each other.
That's 6. Cleveland was growing. Let's
It's not as if I didn't already have a station in the city.
go ahead and put a large station in Chicago as well. Now, evening dresses are what's needed. Let me go ahead and put a museum in here. Now, evening dresses, that was that weird dressmakers, wasn't it? Yes. Which requires chemicals, which we have here, and dresses, which are produced in Louisville. So, my plan is expand Indy to, is it 80,000? No, 90,000. Put that dressmaker in there. We need to start bringing cloth into Louisville. So my plan is I'll buy out that meat industry, sell it, and build a textile mill there. We have cotton right here, so that's going to be good. So let's go ahead and demolish that. Put the weavers factory down. Immediately expand it. Hook up this cotton. And start transporting it. Now there's no room really to put a second train. Although we can try it. Okay. These trains, we want to copy some of these. So they can start shipping this cloth. Yeah, start shipping the cloth to Louisville. Now our trains will then take the completed dresses from Louisville and bring them to Indianapolis. Put some supply towers on this little one. So we want to prioritize dresses on these trains. There we go. Then we want to be able to bring those evening dresses into Chicago. Couple of supply towers. And spam the trains. Okay. Now, to make chemicals, we need coal. Is there a supply of coal up here anywhere? Yes, there's some there. And we need to bring it into Indianapolis. Okay. So look what we can do for that then. This isn't the most elegant of solutions, but obviously we are restricted by what we can do because of the other tracks in the area. But there we go. Hook that up. What's preventing the build? It's that supply tower, okay. That's fine, we'll just work around it like that. Is that classed as connected? I don't know. Apparently it is. So we want to put some towers on here. I then want to issue a company bond, purchase this mine,
Well, it didn't interest me, but it's nice that you've won something for a change.
and then start spamming a load of trains. So that's 10, so let's expand this out to level 3. So our weaving industry is not shipping the goods. Why are you not shipping the goods? Why? Or maybe you are. Okay. Okay, not a problem. What we shall do is when these trains are in Nashville, we shall prioritize the cloth. Same again here, prioritize cloth, please. So then, even though they will still take other goods and passengers and so forth, they will always look to carry the cloth, or as much cloth as they can, first of all. So go through, set them all up in such a way. Okay. Okay, so the tailors is now producing dresses, which is excellent. The dresses should hopefully soon be making their way to Indianapolis. And just like before, okay, so he's already prioritized. I'm guessing all of these are already set. Yes, they are, okay. So, the chemical factory is running nicely. So what I want to do is actually want to buy the tailors. She's gonna initiate a bidding war, that's absolutely fine.
Rudy, now I've bagged myself a construction site.
I'm confident in my ability to keep pace and outbid, although she is putting up a hell of a tough fight. There we go.
You're not biting off a little bit more than you can chew.
So that's the tailors expanded.
Congratulations. You've bought a,
Expand this station to try and get a faster loading. Although the bottleneck is caused by the fact it's only level 1. So that's the next thing I want to buy. That this cotton farm. Here we have plenty of coal for the chemicals. By the meat industry.
Well, it didn't interest me, but it's nice that you've won something.
And then I want to scrap it and put that dressmaker in place. Like so. So the dresses that come from here are going to be used in conjunction with the chemicals to produce the evening gowns, which we're then going to drop into Chicago. While that's happening, we need to look at hitting up more cities. So the first one we'll grab is St. Louis, because that's already in excess of 70,000, which meets the goal. So that's now 8. So I need 2 more.
When will you notice that there's a radio station here?
Looks like Des Moines is the next best candidate. Although it isn't there yet. So we're getting a bottleneck at the sugar plant. Which is again down just to the output level. Have we started shipping any evening dresses? Not yet. Not yet. Twat.
Whatever it costs.
I thought she'd bid, but I wasn't sure, and it turns out she had, but never mind. It's annoying, but it's fine. It's a shame I can't put my own... Oh, I can. No, it's not going to let me, is it? There's only one there. Yeah, because it's a shame I can't just put my own in there. But I can put a weaving factory here. Now, where is the nearest supply of cotton? Is it that? I think it might be that. We do have a free platform, but can we get out of this city? Okay. Just about. With a large station, we can just about reach the cotton yard from the other side of her tracks. And then we just want to put supply towers in place. And then saturate the shit out of this line with trains loaded with cotton. Okay, so that's our 10 cities all connected up. Still getting a bit of a backlog here. Now that's just because, yes, our warehouse is pretty much full of sugar, so that's fine. Now the only thing left to do, I believe, is these evening dresses. Now what should happen here is as these trains return, yep, they load up with the textiles, drop it in here. That naturally supplies that dressmaking factory, which then drops the dresses up here. As we can see a bit. Jesus Christ, all these notifications about the trains. I wish I could just like mute them because they're not relevant anymore. My only concern is if these trains here get clogged up. But anyway, yes. So we are now producing evening dresses. They are starting to head into Chicago. So I think at this point in time, there's little else we can do save wait for these evening dresses to start filtering through to Chicago, which should be round about now looking at it. We've got one or two on the line.
Luck is for beginners and dreamers, sweetie.
These massive great triangles just pissing all over the bottom of the screen are really starting to get on my nerves. They're just too in the way and eye-catching, which they're supposed to be, you know, I'll grant that much. But why can't I, you know, right-click on it and dismiss it? You know, I'm aware they're backed up. I don't care that they're backed up. It's not a problem to me that they're backed up. Stop filling the edges of my screens with bloody yellow triangles.
Are you sure you're not biting off a little bit more than you can chew?
Okay, so that's our first dress shipped anyway. In other news. Why are these trains leaving Indianapolis destined for Chicago carrying the valuable cloth? We don't want it going that way. Okay, let's fix this. When you're in Indianapolis, you do not take cloth or chemicals. We shall make that change for all of them. Of course, this is tedious to do, but never mind. So, hopefully, at some point in one of the future updates, releases, whatever they want to call them, they expand on, you know, your level of control over the trains. So, you know, you have a more informative UI, or you can make these changes in batch, in bulk, you know, with just a couple of clicks, rather than cycling through your entire list of trains. Hopefully that's something that they consider doing. Would make my life a lot easier. I hope to God that none of these trains are leaving. No, they're not, that's fine. Yeah, I wanted to make sure they weren't leaving with these evening dresses. They should only be going one way. And obviously that's up to Chicago. So we've got a bottleneck at the cotton farm.
Woo! Is your new locomotive as quick as it looks?
So we can consider purchasing that. Let's issue an $11 million bond. Gives us plenty of money to flex about.
It didn't interest me, but it's nice that you've won something for a change.
She's welcome to the meat industry, if I'm all honest. So that's our cotton at max. That dressmaker and that cloth maker are at max. That tailor is at max. He's not at max, but he can't yet be made max because of the city size. Yeah, so our trains are leaving a bit faster now, which is good to see. But we're still short on the dresses coming out of Indy. So once again, take the time to adjust its loading. And once again, it's extremely tedious because there's no way to do it in bulk. So just have to bear with me here. This, some of the, I wouldn't say it's clumsy UI, but less than intuitive or less than what's the word I'm looking for? Convenient. You know, I suppose it's quality of life. You know, if you can improve some of that on this game, this would be, you know, really, really good. I mean, I enjoy it as it is. Don't get me wrong. But certain times when it comes to, you know, realizing I've got to do something like that, then I'm just like, ugh. But you know, it's only a minor thing, and it's something that hopefully will get addressed at some point. Because it would make the game a lot nicer to play, especially when you're in the late stages of a scenario or a map like this where you've got lots of trains running. You need to make these small adjustments. I'm just going to keep outbidding her just to be a dick. Because what better way to show a woman you love her than, you know, pissing her off at an auction.
Did you bring your big wallet with you?
I'm gonna buy that just to be, again, awkward. Let's have a look at our tasks. So we're at 14 of 25 and we've got, what, 3 years to do it. Okay. Let's repay that small bond. What I'm tempted to do Again, this is for no real reason other than I want to do it. Place all my freight trains with the consolidation B. Build up some more money, and then replace them all with the consolidation B. That's not the right one. So I'm going to need 2.7 million for that, which I've nearly got.
Another clueless adversary twisted around my little finger.
Ah, now what?
It's different with you.
Come on, shift. I bet it's buyer out. Yep, how did I see that coming? I said that earlier. I said it's going to be to buyer out. Now I'd love to see how much I've got to bloody buyer out by. But they just want to hog up my screen with speech bubbles, which I enabled, so it's my fault, I know. Anyway, regardless. Let's make a start, 10%.
Your money is well invested with me.
Oh, gotta buy all, okay. Starting to wish I'd not issued that major bond now, but never mind. So we've got 5 years to do this. That is not going to be a problem.
Look out, sweetie. Now I've bagged myself a construction site.
Send a reporter, which I do believe drops her share price. In fact, if we pause it, we can check what it is right now. 311-ish. Let's see if there's a notable drop when it comes through. Here we go.
I'm getting tired of this, sweetie.
311. It's actually increased it, but it's coming down. No, it's not. It's going up. No, it's going up. It's going up, down. It's going up. Basically, I don't think it makes a blind bit of difference, if I'm honest. Where is that? That one? No. Don't want it. Okay, so now it's a case of building up our cash reserves, buying her company up. That will be okay. We have plenty of industries making us plenty of money. So, we've got infinite demand for those dresses, infinite demand for the jewellery, and infinite demand for the candy or sweeties. So that's always going to help us. Still can't issue a bond. That's another 10%. So my awesome maths tells me we are now 20% of the way there.
I can't imagine how this locomotive is supposed to improve your chances.
So yes, obviously finishing off this scenario is not going to be a problem at this point. It's just a case of waiting around to get the money. Now, I am reminded of the fact that this task is rated as hard by the menu screen. Personally, I don't think it's that hard. Yes, there were maybe 1 or 2 times where we had to hurry about our business, but that's fair enough. But there was nothing really here that was what I would consider difficult. It was enjoyable. We've managed to get amazing growth in a lot of cities. We've managed to have a huge economy. We've got a complete mishmash of trains all over the map between ourselves and Scarlett. Just going to sneak in and steal that distillery at the last minute.
A bid from you? You're just
Only because it adds to our company value, which will help us get a nice bond at some point. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and buy up more of her company. So another 10% shares will cost me 3.9 million. So her share price is rising a lot. So let's just buy up as much as we can.
an attempt of takeover?
We'll just keep buying up as much as we can every time we get to say 1 or 2 million.
I can imagine you really miss this employee.
Don't know what employee you've taken, so no, not really, I don't.
On the bar,
Oh, just piss off.
you can use those.
In fact, who is she taking? I've still got my employees. Oh, I don't even know, don't even care. Oh, there we go. She was this to buy up a massive portion now. We're talking 30%.
Careful you don't gamble all your money away, sweetie.
So what we're up to now? Is it? I think we've just broken the 50% barrier. Yeah, 58%. I give it to the end. Maybe I'll give it 14 months. So we're talking what, April 1858 before we've completely bought her out. Buy a chunk more. In fact, it might even be, say, 10 months, say December this year. But of course, her price is always rising, which is to be expected because obviously I don't know if the game accounts for this, but in real life we would be inflating her share price due to our large transactions. So another 2 million to spend. Her price has dropped a bit. It was above 400 there a while ago. That's almost 70%. We're at 105 million value. She's at 41%. Hopefully, maybe we won't. I was saying hopefully we'll get done before that bond matures, because that's going to leave us in a world of trouble. You know, it's 11 million outstanding debt we've got to clear. Although I do think it just gets extended for another 12 months if you can't pay it. Hopefully. What I don't want it to do is to send us negative. If we go negative, say 10 million, then it's going to, really slow us down in terms of buying her company up, because we've got to clear the debt and then buy it up. Let's have a look again. See, now her share price has gone up to plus 400, so 430 at the minute. But it is coming down-ish. But we'll get another 5%, we're nearly 3/4 of the way there. We're only in May, we've got until 1861, December 61. We may as well hook that up. Extra prices. Wait, what? I didn't know I could work back and unlock these ones as well. Huh. How interesting.
You're probably wondering what cards I still have up my sleeve.
Not particularly. I'm the majority shareholder of your company. So to merge we still need 14 million. Look at that interest, 221,000. If she bids again, she can have it. Ah, that's who she took off as a station master. No, she didn't. We still got one. Who knows what she took? I can't remember. So her share price is still creeping up. It's nearly touching 450. There it is. Now it's hit 450. It's got 21% to go. Almost there now.
Oh, look. My station is actually taking freight transport away from your station.
What are you even on about? You know, I'm surprised she's still willing to gloat when in the space of, what, say, 12 months she's lost 80% of her company to me. $500,000 for 1% now, Jesus, it's really climbing. That's now us at 80%.
I think you need a little reminder that you should take me more seriously.
Love, I've got 83% of your company. You might want to calm down on the old smack talk. It's not looking good for you.
Oh, don't get upset. These newspaper headlines about you are really funny.
So they've chopped below $500,000. Now they've gone back above.
Construction site there right from under your nose.
Do you know what? I'm sick to death of the whiny, annoying voices. Where are we? Goodbye. Yes, I got triggered by, characters in a railroad game. Deal with it, I suppose. But it's just the stupidity. I know they are meant to be stupid. That's, it's a cartoony game. But come on. My company's worth 140-ish million. I own 86% of your company. Are you really in any position to be, chatting shit? Not really. Okay, I've noticed this episode's now 54 minutes long. There's no point putting cuts in them, I don't think. I might speed sections up. I guess you'll find out when you're watching it later. Because 55 minutes is a long time. But I'm not going to cut it here because, we're nearly done. Up to 87%. 89, so it's 11 more percent to go. In fact, if I wish to buy her outright, it would cost just under 7 million, so that's dropped from, what was it, 40 million at the start, 40 I think. So we're obviously buying up huge chunks here. Another 2%, nearly there. That's brought it down to 5.7, so made a big difference. See, I never knew you could unlock some of the texts what are behind you. I assume they were already there. Evidently not. Now that does beg the question, is it worth working backwards and getting some of the texts available from the previous era? I mean, I assume that the bonuses from these texts, do affect you, still apply if you unlock them. So, yes. I may have to experiment with that in single player. Well, offline mode, shall we say. 96, and that's down to 2.7. $97, that's down to just over 2 million. But look at our share price. When we started it was what, in the 200-300s, the thousands. Now we were just over 600k per 1%. 98, so we never got it done by 1858. But if we do get it done by, was it April-ish? I think, yeah, April. So the end of this month, we'll hit the initial estimate that I put on. Come on. Come on. It's a race, it's a race. I think the date's gonna do it. Just need to slow down. Get ready. Oh, just missed it. And then the bonds interest came through, so I've got to wait for it to build up again. Now, merge. Beautiful. Let's see what score we've got here, shall we? Accountant. Pretty poor. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you played this one, I hope you played it better than I did. That was the very first time I've even looked at that, so obviously the winning blind to each set of new objectives was a pain. For example, if I'd have known how to buy her out, I wouldn't have wasted 11 million on a bond. I'd have kept it, or I'd have issued it and kept it in the bank and used that to buy her out quicker. But live and learn. We can always try it again. Should get a better score next time. So thank you for watching. I realise this episode has been very long, up towards an hour. Thank you for your patience with that. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Well, these episodes in this little mini-series. Yeah, it was a fun map, fun game. I think we did quite well. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.